Alright, let's start streaming this event. Hopefully this works out. Babe, I'm nervous. It's giving me a bad thing. Alright, let's hope it's working out. Let's hope. Is it broadcasting? Hopefully this works out. Oh shoot, there I am.
Hey,
Babe, I'm nervous. What is up? Let's do a quick little test, everybody. Let's do a quick little test. Let me turn off my volume. And is it working? Does volume sound okay? I was a little bit nervous because I didn't know if the audio was gonna work, if the thing was gonna work. So everything's good. It's all good. Heck yeah. 4 months, maybe 5 months since it's been. It's a little bit weird. I feel like my shirt, this is a black shirt. It's, you know, should be black, but it looks like a little bit weird color. So I still got a little bit of few kinks and stuff to work out. Hey, babe. Oh, I've already made you a moderator. I remember that. Goodness gracious. What is up, everybody? It has been so freaking long. We got 108 people already. That is ridiculous. What's up, Elliot Warnke? APIG, all you guys who are here for the little pre-chat window and stuff, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Andrew. Andrew's a moderator. He's going to comment here soon. Everybody's trying to get him up to 20 plus subscribers. So if you guys want to subscribe to him whenever he comments. What's up, Jeremy Reese? What's up, William Gentry? What's up, Pyrie Leastonic? I totally butchered your name, and I'm really sorry about that. What's up, 6-1? What's up, Ryan Dawson? Aaron Pavey. Hello, sir. Are you back at Gordon? I'm currently in the 15th Signal Brigade. No, I'm not at Gordon anymore. I'm going to take off my watch so it doesn't vibrate too much. Excited to catch a live stream. Yeah, guys, it has been a minute. Welcome back, LT Ward. What's up, Andrew? What's up, Ward? Big fan. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a long time. So, I mean, if this is your first live stream, leave a comment real quick in the chat just so I can see, because I used to live stream pretty regularly, but now it's been 4 or 5 months, so there's gonna be a lot of you guys who are or girls that are new to the live stream. Matt Gruber, and in just a second I'll get things started. I go to MEPS beginning of July. Congrats, good luck, have a fun time at MEPS, Ethan. It's gonna be great. First live stream seeing you. Oh, and he's kicking it off with a super chat already. Gary JSIMM, you are one cool brother. I appreciate that. Thank you for that super chat. You are awesome. Army, oh gosh, the comments are really starting to go through. My first live stream, first one I've caught. Man, there's a lot of you guys out there. Metama's on? Where's Metama? I can't see the comment anywhere. Yeah, shout out to anybody who's from my bullet class that's watching this right now. I know some of you might be keeping tabs as I, continue on. Jocelyn Jinko, how are you? I'm doing great. How are you doing? It really does feel great to be back here. Babe, what are you messaging me? Yeah, I saw it. What is up, Luke's Truckin' Life, the OG of all OGs? Going to basic training July 29th. Yeah, so for those of you who are just a little heads up for, you guys that are leaving for basic training sometime soon. It's June right now. If you leave right now, you're kind of going to be in the sucky time period because, June's going to be pretty warm, July is going to be warm, and August is going to be warm. But if you're leaving, for basic training, August time frame or end of July, then that's pretty good. You might have a hot month, but then after that, when you're actually out in the field and stuff, you're going to be good to go because the whole red phase, white phase, blue phase. Red phase, you're doing a lot of classroom work stuff, you are doing the confidence course and obstacle course and things like that outside. But when you get to going out to the range, whenever you get to doing your FTX and you're staying out overnight, it's going to be nice to have that August, September, October, November weather, which is going to be great. Any June 25th 11X shippers in here? I'm sure there's some. With the amount of people that watch, I'm sure there's people leaving soon. I saw one question that I wanted to answer, but it got lost. I'm going to basic next Monday. Good luck to all you guys who are leaving soon. First live stream. This is my first one too. Hey Matt, you've helped me so much. Thank you. Brianna Burby, I appreciate that. Hopefully I pronounced your last name correctly. What's up, Joseph? An update. My degree was supposed to take 3 years, but I've been so busy with classes and testing out of classes to the point I'm going to be able to commission next year as a chaplain. That is freaking awesome, Andrew. That is freaking awesome. I got a buddy in my unit right now who is at the chaplain's bulwark right now at Fort Jackson. So hopefully we'll do something soon. Oh, what's up, Iqbal? T-Zite? I don't know. Is that T-I? I guess it is. Luke, glad you're doing well. Hope your lady is doing well too. She is doing really well. She's in the other room right now. You guys in the stream need to like hype it up for her to come in here. She could probably hear that, but yeah, you guys need to hype it up in the stream for Kelly to come on. Aaron Pavey, used to be 25 Bravo, right? Any tips for certs? Yes, I used to be a 25 Bravo. Now I'm in 25 Alpha. So tips for 25 Bravos. As far as certifications goes, the biggest thing that I could say to focus on is like when you're in AIT is you're not going to have a whole bunch of spare time to try and study for a bunch of different certs. So what you need to do is do a little bit of maybe research right now on A+ certifications, Net Plus certifications, CCNA certifications, and Security Plus, and then actually pick one of those that you're actually going to go for, right? Because at AIT for 25 Bravo, you have to have, I think, for that class, like let's say you want to test out an A+, for that class, you need to, I think, average like a 95 or higher for the little AIT course. Then you got to take like a practice test, and then you can go take the actual test. So there's a lot of studying involved. You got to do skill ports and everything. So my biggest tip for you is for those 4 certs that I just named off, pick one and go for that one. And if you do that, if you study hard for it, then I think you should be good to go. Yeah, come on, guys. By the way, I'm just going to put it out there. This is how you spell Kelly's name. It gave me an error. Why did it give me an error? Will it not let me comment on my own stream right now? That would be weird. Yeah, it's not letting me comment on my own stream. But her name is spelled K-E-L-E-E. Not the normal way of spelling it. Watch your videos before I left helped quite a bit, but there's still so much that can't be put into words, but thanks a lot. Yeah, there is a lot. Like, everybody's experience is different, which is what I've talked about a bunch of times. Like, everybody's experience is going to be different because just you're going to be with different people. And then, yeah, they're like, it's hard to describe the feelings that you get. It's hard to describe literally every single day of basic training. So everybody's gonna have their own different experience. I'm just sharing my experience that I had in basic and now BOLIC and AIT and being an officer and all kinds of different stuff. How much do you have to score to get in infantry for Marines? I'm not sure, but I mean infantry, like, it's not like one of the, you can't, I don't think it's an MOS where it's like a really low one. Like, you have to get a pretty good score, but it's not necessarily about ASVAB scores. That's what I try to tell people. It's more about line scores, and I'm not sure which ones for infantry are the big ones, and plus for Marines, I have no clue. We got 2 more super chats over here. Monkey Butt, 11 X-ray, 11 Bravo, and is a combat MOS a smart choice? I don't think you should look at anything as being like a smart choice. First of all, 11 X-ray or 11 Bravo, it's basically the same thing. If you're 11 X-ray, then technically you have it locked in 11 Bravo, so you could still get 11 Bravo, or you could get like 11 Charlie or whatever. But if you get 11 Bravo, then that means that's your job. But if you do 11 X-ray, you could go either way. But like I said, like smart choice, it's more like, what do you actually want to do? Because the smart choice might be to go into a tech field in the military, but if that's not what you want to do, then you're not going to be happy doing that. So it might be the smart choice, but it's not the choice that's going to make you happy. So if you want to do combat, or if you want to have a combat MOS, go ahead and do that. And if you decide to switch to a smart choice, what people consider smart, later on, then you can go ahead and do that. But or if you could just get out of the military if you want to altogether. But yeah, so like, don't look at it as like the smart choice. Like, obviously, if you're the kind of person that wants to set yourself up for a career in the future, and you want to be in like IT, or if you want to do something with mechanics, whatever, and you want to pick something that's in that area, then yes, pick something in that area, because combat MOSs, you're not going to be learning so much about mechanical stuff. You're not going to be learning so much about signal things and communications and computers and things like that. But anyways, that's that. Nighthawk, thanks for your wisdom, man. It truly eases my mind. That is the goal, guys, because I remember how freaking stressed out I was, right? Because I didn't have a person like me. There wasn't anything on YouTube 4 or 5 years ago whenever I was thinking of going into the Army. My dad didn't really have a great experience in the Navy, so it was just the Navy, and my grandfather was in the Navy and the Coast Guard, and I didn't really know anybody who was in the Army to really kind of figure out where I'm going. So the only thing I knew was just like the Army.com stuff, and I was so nervous. I remember the night before, I was just like laying there. I was laying in my bed, and I'm like, I'm leaving for basic training tomorrow. It's crazy, and I didn't know what to expect at all. So you guys got it easy, because I'm just making it easy for y'all, just telling you all the secrets, all the cheat codes, all that stuff. Mark Estrella, hey LT Ward, I just came back from OSIT 31 Bravo. Thanks a lot for all your videos. Helped me a lot to get in good standing throughout 1 station unit training. So thank you very much for your help. And I appreciate that. Yeah, it's going to be, I feel like I might see that a lot. Like a lot of you guys, because I've been gone for essentially 4 months as far as live streams and not doing videos consistently and stuff. And like some of you that maybe you're even watching this right now, like didn't even go to basic training before I left, and then now you've graduated basic training, and I'm back from my thing. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty crazy. Thinking of going MP when I enlist? Yeah, you should go. You should reference or DM Mark Estrella. Just scroll up and see his message and talk to him, because that's your biggest resource, guys. When it comes to this information and stuff, reach out to people. Go on forums. Maybe you can talk to somebody who's got the specific MOS you have. My little brother, he's about to leave for his AIT for ammunition specialist, and of course we're gonna be doing a video on that MOS. So anyways, yeah, get in touch with all people as much as you can. We must persist until Kelly comes on. Yeah, just keep doing it. I mean, she's watching it somewhere, by the way. And yeah, it's Kelee. Joining as an officer, any tips? It depends on what my tips for you would depend on where you are in the officer realm. So now I've technically been an officer for a year and a month, which is like, holy cow, time is flying by. I'm going to be a first lieutenant before I freaking know it. But yeah, like as far as any tips goes, like if you're just in the ROTC process, just now, you just started like your MS 1 year, just focus on the basics. Don't stress about it too much. Go to PT, get a good PT score, get good grades, show your face and everything. But as far as like kind of getting to where I'm at right now, which is like I'm a full-on second lieutenant, I'm now bullet qualified and everything. The big things that I think about, I guess, would just be a little bit, I mean, everybody has their own way of doing confidence and stuff, but it's more like not stressing about making decisions right now, because in these early stage, when you're a cadet, when you're going through OCS, whenever I'm going through BOLIC, whenever you're going through these things, you're not in these life or death situations. So right now is your time to make the mistakes on your decisions and things like that. So just make a decision and just go with it. And then also be proficient at op-words. That's really important. Be really proficient at op-words. Operation orders, writing those in a timely manner. Got a couple super chats here. Evil Table, I'm expected to leave in August when an MOS I want is available, but my cousin who's in the Air Force is making me go talk to an Air Force recruiter first. That's totally fine. If you want to get, like, if you don't want to go to the Air Force, I mean, it might be a waste of time. There's nothing wrong with the Air Force or whatever. People always ask me, if I ever wanted to join another branch, and the answer is no. But Air Force is a good branch to go into. But it's more like just go, see your options. You can kind of refrain from telling them you're going to join you're looking at an Army recruiter already, because like it's weird how the military works with this, right? So we're all like, yeah, we're one military, one fight, we're great and everything, until it comes to somebody who want to join another branch. And then it's like, oh my gosh, like, so you're going to go and talk to these Air Force recruiters. Like if you were to tell them, hey, I'm already talking to some Army guys, they're going to be like, why are you going to go Army? Like blah, blah, blah. Like they're going to do that. Same thing with the Army. If you tell them you're talking to an Air Force person, they'll be like, why are you going to go Air Force? Same thing with Navy, same thing with Marines, all of them. So if you want to keep it to yourself that you're talking to an Army person already, then yeah, do that. And then got Monkey Butt over here again. I'm going 68 whiskey, or I'm going at 68 whiskey or 31 Bravo, and want to make a career out of it. And thank you for answering. Of course. I definitely answer all of the super chats, but as far as all the other messages, I try my best to get to them all, but it is really hard. it's really hard. Does it show me how many comments per second I get, or per minute? I don't know how many per minute it is, but it's usually maybe somewhere around like 15, and I can't read 15 comments in a minute, so it's really difficult. And then the last super chat that I see here is by Justin. Currently 14 Echo, looking into taking a position in Garrison to focus on PT in school. I have 12 classes left before I plan to go to OCS. Thoughts? What is 14 Echo right now? Let's do a little Google search. 14 Echo Army. Patriot Fire Control Enhanced Operator Maintainer. Oh, so you mess with the Patriot missiles. And that is awesome. That must be a cool weapon system to deal with. But anyways, what do you say? Looking to take a position in Garrison to focus on PT in school. I have 12 classes left before I plan to go to OCS. Thoughts? Yeah, OCS, that's great. You definitely seem like you're kind of headstrong and want to go the whole officer route. So there's a jet right now. But I mean, that's my thoughts. If you want to go the officer route, 100% do it. I'm just telling you guys, the life is better. You have more stress. There's more responsibilities, but the officer life is definitely better than the enlisted life. No problem with you guys going enlisted or whatever. But I went enlisted. But anyways, that's just a little heads up right now. What's up? The Army subreddit is good at answering questions. Most everything has been asked there. Metama, what is up? Gosh, there was another super chat. Russell Grammer? Matt, will they ask for airborne volunteers? Yes and no. That is one of those things that's kind of like a little hit or miss. Sometimes recruiters will say, hey, you don't have to get airborne on your contract right now, because when you go to basic or AIT, they're going to ask if you want to go to airborne school. I mean, there's no real statistics out there because it's all by needs of the Army, but that could be true and that could not be true. But the thing with recruiters sometimes, from what they've said to me, because this is what they said to me too, and that's why I didn't get airborne in my contract, or one of the reasons anyways, is they're like, you're going to get the chance to get airborne whenever they tell you at basic. It's a lot more likely for combat MOSs, and that is something very, very, very key I want to kind of point out with this right now. If you're going to go infantry, the odds of it, happening is a lot higher than somebody like myself going 25 Bravo. The odds are a little bit more slim. And like I said, like with a lot of other things, like some people will ask me if something is difficult in the Army. Is it difficult to switch from reserves to active duty? Is it difficult to switch units? Is it difficult to do this? And it's like, no, it's not difficult at all if it happens, but obviously it's impossible if it doesn't happen. So like if you're wanting to, is it difficult to get promoted to E5 in 3 years? No, I wouldn't say it's very difficult, but if there's not a slot available, then you're just simply not going to be able to get promoted to E5 in 3 years. So that's just, things to consider. Airborne volunteers, there may or may not be airborne slots to give to you. And then we got Knife T. Any advice for, or Nifty? Any advice for a police officer wanting to join Army Reserves? There are a lot of police officers in the Army and the Reserves, especially from what I've noticed, like Reserves and Guard as well. Like even in my own bullet class where there was like 50 students, 50 of us, in a non-combat, kind of thing. There was like 3, maybe 4 people who were like some kind of law enforcement, right? So it's definitely a good fit. There's some structure to it and everything. So as far as advice, you're going to be good to go. I think, if there's any job to have prior to going into the military that's going to set you up for success, it would be being a police officer for sure. Being a correctional officer, that's another good one. It's just like having that mindset that you don't normally get, like if you're working at a normal job, is going to help a lot. Plus, those are jobs that put you in high stress environments, which is all of what basic training is. It is taking a very, very simple thing and making you super stressed out trying to do it, right? It's, hey, we're just going to go and change clothes and be back down, or we're just going to go and change clothes, change uniforms, but you got to do it in a minute and a half time now, like hurry up. And then somebody's going to forget their weapon, and then, oh my gosh, it's all stressful and everything. Elliot Warnke, thank you for the $1 super chat. I appreciate it. I don't think with the $1 you can actually type anything, so shout out to you. Jose Lugo, 30th AG. Yeah, 30th AG sucks. Josh K. Kelly. Yeah, people are still yelling Kelly. Yeah, look at all the Kellys. I'm telling you, they want you to come in here. Infantry at 17, then cops after sub to Andrew, y'all. Yeah, well, Andrew needs to, I don't know if Andrew's still here. Oh, what's up? Reed's here. Reed, what's up? I feel like I haven't been here in a year. Yeah, it's probably been that long, Reed. At least since I've seen a comment or something, it seems like. Infantry at 17, then cops after sub to Andrew. Like I said, he's got a comment. Yeah, again, infantry is something that's going to help you out as a cop. Law enforcement for sure. So if you want to go law enforcement, being an MP or kind of going infantry would be a really good thing. Because like the one thing, I mean, I'm not a cop. I don't, my little brother wants to be a cop. The one brother who's not in the military wants to try to go the route of being a cop. But I mean, if you go infantry, you're going to learn how to clear rooms and things like that, which is a very simple but very, 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 very difficult and dangerous task to do. So the more experience you can have with that, the better. You're going to be familiar with your weapon, everything. You're going to have the mindset to know how to react in stressful situations whenever you're taking contact. So that's really good. Alex Handley with the freaking $10 super chat. That is freaking awesome. Hey man, I've been leaving 1 week. I'm leaving 1 week from tomorrow. It's coming up. Enjoy your last week, man. As a 42 Romeo, your videos have been immensely helpful. After AIT, I'll be stationed at Fort Bliss. Thanks for the work you do on these videos. Thank you. I really, 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 really do appreciate it. I haven't done a lot of work on it videos recently because I've been at Bullock, but I've put in thousands of hours, so I do appreciate that like a lot. Do you still have to go to the police academy if you did military? Yes, you do. I do know that for a fact because of other people. I guess for a fact. I don't know from experience, but I know it from other people who were in the military and then still had to go to police academy. We got Fatal Oath over here. Hello, sir. Hope Bullock went well. Unfortunately, didn't get to meet you here. Can't wait to get out of AIT. Cheers. Yeah, there was a lot of you. There was a lot of you at AIT or at Fort Gordon whenever I was at Bullock. That was definitely a crazy time. I'm sure there was a lot of people I didn't get to meet, but there was definitely a lot of people that I did get to meet. That's for sure. The Jaffa 13 with the $10 super chat. You guys are getting crazy. I'm gonna drink my Propel real quick because I've been going for how long? I don't even know how long it says. 24 minutes. That's not super long. I've live streamed for way longer than this. I think I'm just a little bit rusty, I'm 8 credits away from entering as an E3. Do you think I should wait to join? I scored a 94 on my ASVAB, but the recruiter said they never see working dog handler positions. Any recommendations? If that is the job that you want, then I'm not a recruiter, but I would say that if that's the job that you want, I don't think that position does come available very often, because it's not like a job where you're going to be able to go everywhere, so there's not going to have that many positions. Not every unit needs that job, which is why it's going to be more rare. The fact that you're 8 credits away from entering as an E3, I don't know when you plan on joining. Maybe you could take some online classes. Maybe you could do something to try and do that. But how long will it take you to get promoted to E3? 6 months from E1 to E2, then 6 more months to E2 to E3. So I would say not to do a whole nother semester, honestly. The time and money that you would spend, or debt that you would accumulate getting those 8 extra credits, I don't think would be worth it. But you can end up getting those 8 extra credits later on, because for an enlisted soldier, especially when you're trying to get promoted to E5 that first time, or E6, you got to get there's like a whole point scale that you got to do. There's promotion points that you get, and credits, college credits, helps a lot with that. Oh shoot, we have a $25 super chat. Saber Celine over here being ridiculous, just an all-out being insane. What are your thoughts on waiting to enlist if you feel like you might not be ready and taking the time to prep? For example, fitness and study-wise, I'm thinking about 68 whiskey. Also, any tips for people who are mosquito magnets? Mosquito magnets, make sure you have some insect repellent. That's the first quick thing. So just, there's not really much else you can do about it. Like, there's just really not. So have plenty of insect repellent on hand at whenever. Just, you can keep it in your pocket or whatever. But anyways, as far, if you didn't say 68 whiskey, or if you didn't say some 68 series MOS, I would say that to wait to study and stuff wouldn't be too big of a deal. But for 68 whiskey, like if you can look on some forums or something and try to figure out what you need to study on, then that would be a really smart idea. Wait just a little bit. Don't like prolong it like a year. Just, get a good little baseline understanding of some stuff. And then that would be really good. And as far as like being physically fit, there is a point that you should maybe wait. Like, if you are just meeting the height and weight and you're totally just bombing the run and you can't do nothing, then you just wait like 2 more months or whatever, because it's not that you should wait because you're not going to make it. It's just going to make it a little bit easier on yourself. And then, yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit easier on yourself. So maybe wait just a little bit, but don't make it something to where you're just kind of like scared. You're like, I'm just not ready. Just give yourself that time to prepare. Now you've prepared, and then move on with the whole process and stuff, or try to get a date that's farther out. So you got 6 months to prepare for basic training versus 2 months to prepare for basic training. Andrew, he turned the AC down because he said it's going to get hot in the office from him talking so much. Yeah, I did say that, because it does get hot in here, and I'm sweating. There's not good. Well, I'm not really sweating too much right now, but I don't think the AC vent in my office works the greatest. Any 35 mics in the room? I don't know any. Is this the House of Pain? I'm not sure if I get that reference. What is she saying? So Kelly told me to say, I've been missing some comments. Marco Garcia, some question on there. I'll get to you on Instagram. She told me to tell you that. So she's doing her thing, and she's got my back. Well, it's time to spam the Kelly button. It's Kelee. I don't know why I couldn't type it. Kelee. Did it do it? That's weird. They're calling your name, babe. They give breathalyzers. What is that in response to? hey, I want to go into 68 Whiskey. Do you know what score I need to get on the ASVAB and what questions I should ask a recruiter about? Specific questions to ask your recruiter is, does he have any experience with 68 Whiskeys? Are there any recruiters that you can talk to that are a 68 series, at least MOS? That is the number one thing that you should do. And then ask them questions about the training so that you can pass and prepare yourself. And then I have no clue what ASVAB score you should get. The ASVAB score you should get is the best score that you can get. I know a lot of people are a little bit worried about their ASVAB score. It's like one of those things. Like, you just go, you study. If you're worried about it, you need to study, do some online studying, practice exams, get a book or something, and then just go and do your best. And that's the most anybody can ask for, is if you do your best, then you're going to be good to go. Fred with the $20 super chat, coming in, another crazy person in here. I appreciate it. That is crazy. Thanks, Matt. Your videos help me a lot at binning. What is your MOS? I'm a 25 Alpha. I know throughout the life of my videos, things have just changed a lot, because I first started out, I was a 25 Bravo. I was enlisted making these videos, and then shortly after I became a cadet. And then whenever you're a cadet, you're technically not your enlisted MOS anymore. You're like an 09 Romeo, which is like, it's kind of like just a placeholder. And then now I'm a 25 Alpha, which is a signal officer, which is great. And just in case you guys are curious, if you guys are wanting to go the 25 Bravo, 25 Alpha route, or any other 25 series MOS, the 25 Alpha bullet course that I just went to, I think any 25 series prior enlisted MOS is going to help you out a lot, especially like the 25 Bravos, the 25 uniforms. What was another one? I think 25 Quebecs will help a lot on the signal officer course. How do peanut allergies affect you getting in the Air Force? I think you can still enlist with peanut allergies. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. That's probably something that you can Google or just quickly ask recruiters. How do you become a YouTube star in the military or civilian YouTube? I don't think I'm a YouTube star. I think a lot of people might say that. I guess if you're just talking about like military YouTubers in general, I guess so, which is kind of really super crazy. But with YouTube, this is the formula. This is what you guys need to do if you want to get famous on YouTube. I'm not famous yet. I'm at like 120,000 subscribers, which is still absolutely insane. You can see, where's it at? My silver play button's like right there. But you need to put in a lot of time and a lot of work and get past a lot of disappointment, right? And then if you love it, and if you're in an area that isn't super saturated, which you can still succeed if the area is saturated, but I'm not the greatest YouTuber in the world. I'm not the greatest video editor. I'm not the greatest speaker in the world, but I'm in an area on YouTube where there's not a whole bunch of military YouTubers. There's not a whole bunch of Army YouTubers. So I kind of just filled that little slot. So that's it. Find an area that could use your idea, your unique perspective. You're going to spend probably years doing it. I've been on YouTube for like 9 years now. I think maybe 10, maybe 9 years. Let's just say 9 years. I've been making videos. I've made 1,300 videos. I've spent thousands and thousands of hours, doing stuff with no results, right? And then even to get to this point, I guess now I've been doing my Army thing for 2 years. But, 2 years to get 120,000 subscribers is actually really fast. So I was a little bit lucky, but before those 2 years was 7 years, right? So that's generally how it works. You got to grind it out, grind it out, grind it out. So my girlfriend's texting me. Kelly's texting me questions that you guys are asking that I'm missing. Anna is joining at 34 with 5 kids. Will she be financially okay and she's married? So yeah, so one of the coolest things about the military, honestly, is like, if you join and you have kids, or you have kids whenever you're in the military, like, you get more pay based on, like, the kids that you have. Like, so if you have 1 kid or 2 kids, 5 kids, you will get more pay based on every kid you have. You'll get separation pay. Your BAH is going to be a whole lot more whenever you leave. So, yes, there's one thing. A lot of people, I will say that a lot of people think that in the military you don't get paid like anything, you get paid crap. Another huge jet is going over me. That's one of the reasons I'm moving. If you guys saw my live stream, is because this airport that's right next to me. But a lot of people will say that, in the military, it's a super important job, but they're like, oh, they get paid nothing. Well, they're really looking at the base pay. Yes, if you're, an E4 and below, you're not going to be getting paid a ton, especially E2 and E1. But at the same time, most of those people are 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and you're making $20,000 a year straight out of high school. That's not a bad gig. And then in a couple years, you're going to be at $30,000, for your base pay. Then you're also going to be getting free housing, which, let's say that accounts for $12,000 a year, I guess, and electrical stuff. So, I mean, it's really not that bad of a deal. Sorry for that cough. Spectrum Productions over here with the $20 super chat. Watching live from Fort Gordon, Delta 551. What is up? I was just there. I start my classes on Wednesday to become a 25 Bravo. That is awesome. So you just got there. Or maybe you were a hold under for a little bit. But yeah, 25 Bravo, your first course. It's going to be, if you know a lot about computers, it'll be a little bit boring. It might be a little bit boring anyways, but, you'll have fun. My stamina for live streaming is not the greatest right now. Oh, gosh. Hey, babe, I know you're watching this. I might need some support. I might need some extra support. How long have I been talking? Goodness gracious. 37 minutes? Hey, Matt, how do you like Charlotte? I'm probably moving there, or Germany. Charlotte or Germany? Like, how's that even a comparison? Next year, I know those two are completely different, but yeah, I didn't even read the rest of your message, but yeah, those are definitely completely different. But I love Charlotte. If you talk to, I think, anybody in the Charlotte area, or anybody who's been to other big cities and stuff, like, Charlotte is great. I think it's like the perfect size city. It's a lot of new buildings, new infrastructure, new stuff, right? It's easy to find new housing. Like a lot of other places in the country, like, let's say you want to buy a house or rent or something. A lot of places in other countries, like, it's a lot of old construction that's like, 20 to 40, 50, 60 years old. But in Charlotte or in the surrounding areas, it's a lot of new construction for the same price, right? So it's a great deal. Matt, your laying that video has helped me a lot. Been reviewing it once a week since I enlisted till I got to basic. That is awesome. Yeah, my laying that video, I think, is one of my better videos, honestly. Because, number one, I spent a lot of time on that video, kind of planning it out, doing the video, shooting it. It's like an hour long, but it's a very important skill as far as being in the Army. Like, you're going to do land nav courses throughout your whole career, and a lot of times people will do land nav at basic training, but you do it in like a group at basic training, and maybe you didn't actually get that much experience to actually do it because you were in a group of like 4 people doing a land nav course, right? And you only need one person to do land nav, because after basic training, anytime you do land navigation, you're just going to do it by yourself, right? But at basic training, you do it with a group of people. And that video, if you watch it, it teaches you the basics on how to plot your points and how to get your distances and how to shoot your azimuths and everything. The only thing left is just walking it out, which you will, it's just very simple. Like, you get your compass and you look at where it's pointing, you look at the right azimuth, like you're going to walk 220 degrees for 1,100 meters, and you got your pace count, which you're going to learn, and you're just going to do it, and you're just going to walk. You're going to dead reckon. You're going to do terrain association, whatever. But it's not. If you know the stuff in that video, you will be good to go. Yeah, babe, you should definitely come in here. Matt, your videos are always very helpful. Thank you for doing a great job. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome subscribers and viewers and commenters and everything. Tell your girl thank you. She just got it. I'll be a distraction on him helping people. Now I'm about to get off of the live stream here in a second. It's getting close to 9 o'clock. You know, you can just come in here, Kelly, and say hey, and then we can close out the live stream. Why is my shirt saying brace the suck? Well, for one, this is a BPN t-shirt, which is a company that I work with your 10% off link inscription, all that stuff. But anyways, it's embrace the suck, and the reason it is that, or it says that, is because Nick Bear, who's the owner of this company, he was in the military. He was an infantry officer. And embrace the suck is like a saying in the military because a lot of times it just sucks. It just sucks. Like you're out, you know, in the field, it's hot, you're sweating, you haven't showered in several days, and it just sucks. Your feet are blistered, they're hurting, and so the best way to get through it is instead of complaining about it sucking, instead of getting upset about it sucking, instead of just like being depressed and wanting to go home, you just embrace it, right? You embrace the suck. And that's where the saying has come from. So it's a great saying. And a lot of time it builds a lot of camaraderie because a lot of times the suckier it is, the more close you get with people, right? So can you join the military if you have diabetes? I don't think so. What did she send me now? Can you ask Matt if you can go Ranger without an option 40? Like, can you go 11 Bravo and then AIT go Ranger? Yes. So, especially if you're going 11 Bravo. Where is that message at? Who said that? Yeah, Mr. Zed. So, going Ranger is one of those things like, you're not going to be able to just be like, hey, I want to go Ranger, and then you're just going to go. If you're in the infantry or a combat MOS, the likelihood of you getting to go is pretty high. It may not be just right after AIT, it might be in AIT, but it's a pretty good chance, especially if you're infantry. You know, you're not in AIT when you're infantry. You're doing one station unit training, which I now believe is all longer, and so they will probably ask you. But like I said with the whole airborne thing, it's not guaranteed, but I would say it's a pretty good shot, but I would get it in your contract if that's what you want to do. Should the military be mandatory for 11 months? No, heck, freaking no, it should not. First of all, this is my opinion on it. Number one, 11 months, that's really no time at all. Like, I mean, what job are you going to learn? Like, it'll just be a mess, right? So if it's like some people want to do like 2-year contracts, you know, things like that. That was like, you know, something that I thought about. I'm like, oh, can you do like a 2-year contract? Back before I enlisted. But that's really honestly just a bad idea because your first year is just you going to basic training and AIT and then getting to your unit and just figuring things out just to start, right? And if they just keep cycling people through like that, it's going to be, number one, super duper expensive to just pay all this money to go to basic training and train people. You're going to have to build a whole bunch more infrastructure. It's going to be really expensive. And then on top of that, you're just going to be cycling people through and it's going to be really hectic because there's going to be a whole lot of people that don't know what they're doing, right? The way it is now, like you get to your unit, you know, you've only been in for a year or less, and then you got several different NCOs that you can look up to, right? But if it's mandatory, it feels like a mandatory 2-year thing, then you'd have a crap ton of people who don't know what they're doing, and then a few people who do, right? So that's one bad thing. And the other thing is, I just simply do not think that the military is for everybody. The military can be for you if you want it to be, but it is definitely a job where I do not want somebody beside me that doesn't want to be here, right? That didn't volunteer to be there. That's going to be a bad situation because a lot of times you are told to do things that you don't want to do. And if I didn't volunteer to be here, why would I do that? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I didn't volunteer for this, but like how it is now, like, you volunteer to go, you volunteered, you are choosing to go to basic training. You are choosing to join the military whenever you're choosing this, right? So when you're told to do something, you know you're going to be into this environment where you're going to have these people that are going to rank higher than you that can essentially tell you what to do and give you orders and stuff. You're choosing that. So you can't really say no, if that makes sense. Like, you can sometimes. But anyways. Matt, notice my question. What? Anyways. Hey Matt, any more COD World War II in the future? Yeah, Andrew, I will definitely be playing a little bit more Call of Duty in the future. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Just the trailer just dropped, so I'm hoping that they do a beta. If they do a beta, I'm gonna live stream the beta like I'd live stream the World War II beta. But yeah, I'm excited. I haven't played Call of Duty now in a long time. I think the last time I played, me and Kelly played for like 15 minutes or something, and so I haven't played since before we met, and so that was like, so it's been 7-8 months or so. But yeah, Kelly's not coming. It doesn't seem like. I want to go see if she'll come. Hey babe. Come on. What? We're gonna close out the stream together. You wanna say hey to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
They said we still love you, Kelly. Look. So they're just seeing it now. So it'll be funny.
Did you answer Kurt's question?
Did I answer what question?
Kurt's. I just sent it to you.
I wasn't a big Battlefield player.
Right here.
Where?
This one.
Kurt, this one's for you. She's screenshotting these things for me. I want a commission as an infantry officer or any other combat officer in MOS. Ideally, what would be a good degree that correlates to that MOS, but is a good backup degree after the military? So that's a good question. There's a couple things to consider. Look at everybody saying hey. She's so beautiful. Love you, Kelly.
Aw, thank you.
So you're just adorable. Anyway, so there's two parts to that, right? So if you're wanting a commission on a combat MOS, the first thing that you should know is that it does not matter at all whatsoever at all as far as the Army is concerned what your major was. It doesn't matter. The only thing, actually, take that back a little bit. It matters if you're a STEM major, but if you're not a STEM major, it's just you got a degree. That is all they care about is you got a degree. It could be in the art of clouds or something. I don't know. But it could be literally anything. It doesn't matter. But as far as like a job that's going to help you after the fact, I think as far as being a combat MOS, like if you want to be an infantry officer, I think something that would be good would be learning something kind of not like a detective or like a police degree. What would that be like? Some kind of law, not like a law degree, but
a criminal justice.
like a criminal justice degree I think would be good, yeah. And then I think a lot of people do like physical science stuff, but I don't know how much that helps, but
Elliot.
What?
He is so funny. He says,
I am complete. Anyway, so that's my thought, and then my other thing, I can't remember. I lost my train of thought, and it's not because of you. It's just because it's your major doesn't really matter that much. Like you said, it only matters really like if you want to do something after the military. But I think that also won't be too big of a deal. So I would just honestly pick whichever one that you would want to have a career with after the military.
All right, I'm going. Bye, guys.
Well, you got to close out the stream.
No, I'm going.
No,
You're
hold on.
not done yet.
Post
We're
Matt
still
Ward
sending
stream.
questions.
The stream will be posted to Edward. The Art of Clowns. Yeah. It was just something I thought about. Anyways, that is it. We're gonna get off of here in just a second. So any last goodbyes? I'm just kidding. I'm gonna have another video up this week. I actually haven't recorded it yet, but it'll be up. I gotta get back in the groove of everything, but you know.
When's the wedding?
When's the wedding? I think tomorrow.
No.
I'm just kidding. Are you guys engaged because you're really cute together? No, we are not yet. Davian, I'm going 24 hours. How do I study for AIT? I talked about that earlier. I'm sorry you're doing a super chat. I'm going to be getting off here soon. But studying for AIT, you don't really need to study too much. You can just look into the certification that you want to do. The A+ cert, Net Plus, CCNA, and Security Plus. So definitely do that. No, I am streaming post Matt Ward. What? Edward Jr.? No, I am streaming post Matt Ward. I don't get it. It was nice live streaming again. Yeah, it was great, guys. It was absolutely fantastic. Gonna do these on a weekly basis. Sometimes I might do it on a Sunday. Sometimes I might do it on a Thursday. But I will definitely let you guys know, and I'm gonna try and do these little event things so you guys have a little bit of a heads up. But she just ditched, and she's not canceling or piecing out the stream with me. But anyways, thanks for all the support, everybody. I appreciate it. You guys are freaking amazing, and I will see y'all later. I will just see y'all later.